All right. My name is Gant Meredith. I am a second-year biomedical engineering and linguistics major at the University of Florida, and I'm also pursuing a TESOL certificate. For today's exercise, my target class will be a class of 18 to 22 students. They are 18 to 22 years old. They are in Madrid, Spain. Their primary language is Spanish, and their motivation for learning English is to eventually move to the US. And they're working with a high intermediate to low advanced level of English. All right, class, so now that we have been able to go over the difference between the z and the s pronunciation in English, let's do a little activity to get more comfortable with the different phonemes. It's difficult for native Spanish speakers to differentiate, especially because in English we use z and s with different words in the plural, for example, whereas in Spanish there's really only one phoneme that we use for the plural. Okay, make sense? All right, so with this activity, I want you to look at these words I have over here. The first word, I'll pronounce the left side, then I'll have you guys pronounce the right side. So the first word is brace, and a brace is something you can put on your leg to hold it in place. Now, can someone pronounce that word for me? Exactly, braise with the z, braise, and braising is a cooking method that you can use. Then we have pence, which is a form of currency in England. Can someone tell me then what this would be? No, it's not pence like we just talked about. It's actually pens, the plural of one pen. Pen's what you write with. Now we have lacy. Lacy is a way to describe a garment or clothing. And then this one would be exactly lazy. Perezoso is the word in Spanish they use for that. And then face, right? Your face. And then this one would be exactly phase. And a phase is a period of time. Okay, so now that we know what these words are, we have this map on the board. And this map has different US cities. It has San Francisco, Miami, Denver, Dallas, New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta. And I put these cities on there because these could be the actual cities that you end up living in when you go to the U.S., okay? So for this activity, we're all going to start right here at the start, and then I'm going to say either brace or braise. If I say brace, you're going to move to the left, okay? If I say pens, you would then move to the right. And you keep going until you get to a city. Now, I'm going to guide us through one city, and then I'm going to have one of you guide me to a city of your choice, the city where you would like to live in America. Make sense? Okay, so look at the handout in front of you, and we'll go ahead and get started. So start here, then face, okay? Face. After face, pence. After pence, pens. And then phase. Okay, so what city did we end up with? Exactly, we ended up at Dallas because we went left with the s, left with the s, right with the z, and right with the z. Exactly. Okay, so can someone guide me to a city of their choice? How about you? Yeah, so what city would you want to live in? Okay, Chicago. So guide me how you get to Chicago. Okay. 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 Ah, you were so close. You ended up at Boston. And the reason was you said phase instead of face. And again, the face is right here. You gotta is the word in Spanish. But then phase is a period of time. So can you pronounce face for me one more time? Exactly, face with this, and that's how you get to Chicago. So this was just a very good example for you to see how you can really confuse someone if you don't use the z or you use the s when they shouldn't be used and vice versa. Does that make sense?